I imagine, like, maybe...
Whatever. Bye-bye.
2 of the people who ever watch this YouTube video will know what .hack is. But, if you emulate the, like, original .hack quadrilogy, which was Infection, Mutation, Outbreak, and Quarantine. If you look at the ISOs for those games, the actual game is extremely minuscule, and to reach the minimum requirements for the size of their data, they actually had a huge dump file. That was an empty junk data file that had no useful information in it to meet the minimum requirements for their data. Because originally, all 4 games fit on a single disc. All 4 of those original games fit on a single disc. But in order to meet the minimum space requirements for Sony's certification process, they added a huge, just blank dump file so that they could technically pass. Yes, the fact that that game is very proc-gen in how it handles areas and dungeons is exactly why they get away with such a small beta set. Because there's effectively only like 8 texture sets in the game, like 4 field textures and 4 dungeon textures, and then the towns and all of that are separate, and then you're more or less set. You will never get a .hack remake because as someone who played and enjoyed those games back in the day, those games aren't very good. Like, the actual... like, what you want is for them to take the story of .hack, which is very cool, and adapt it. Because the gameplay in those original .hack games is kind of ass. It kind of sucks. There's a reason they chose GU as the remake over the original, because GU actually plays pretty well compared to the original games.
Us? Nothing. We've been, sightseeing. Right, Jack?
Really? Then why are the Crimson Guard looking for a dangerous young man with light hair, blue tunic, and a rabbit-orange rat on his shoulder?
Could be anyone. Orange is the new black this season.
Look, we climbed up to the Baron's palace, and we tripped a few alarms.
Oh, right, that too.
What? I didn't authorize a strike on the...
Hey, we kicked the Baron's ass. Unfortunately, he escaped.
Poor kid.
And we overheard a secret meeting with the leader of the Metalheads.
You saw the Metalhead leader?
No, he was on some communicator, but we heard him talking with Baron Praxis.
The Baron is bribing the
This is a very...
It will never be enough.
But the Baron's gonna...
Knowing what you know,
Is
like...
that so? Well, our good Baron's wonderful charm must have angered someone, because there's word from the wasteland that Metalhead armies are on the move again.
Why didn't you tell me Ashlyn was
When you
Praxis'
know the
daughter?
plot twist of this game, watching how Core reacts to that Metalhead, they're going to double-cross Metalhead leader, that's very interesting.
Shuttle each agent to a location.
It's very interesting when you, like, know the plot twist of the game.
Casualties. Don't screw this up, Jack.
We shot the Baron, but we didn't shoot his deputy. Okay, fine. We'll do some underground shit.
I've got suspicious activity in this sector. Due to recent, attrition difficulties, this city needs fresh Crimson Guard recruits.
You ever wonder, like, it always feels strange, like, oh yeah, nothing for fine, and then suddenly high alert. Okay, get the fuck out. Get out, get out, get out.
I'm out of here.
love those Hellcats. You love those fucking Hellcats. Get in the car, idiot! Fucking loser. I hate escort missions. This is the PS2 era, so they didn't do any. They were never good. Hopefully, this doesn't take a fucking shit ton of tries to get this right. Our vehicle is pretty tanky, so you'll probably fine. Get out, get out, get out, get the fuck out, get the fuck out. No, yeah, that's a different mission. This mission's fine, it's just kind of like, I just don't like escort missions in video games. Get in, get in, get in. Hurry the fuck up, dude. Tired of making fucking U-turns for these losers. I need to change cars after this. This man's about to die. Yeah, I should have changed cars earlier. Ready for no checkpoints? Yay! No checkpoints. None checkpoints.
Follow me to a safer future.
Get in the car. None checkpoints left beef. Get out. Get in! I could run these fools over and just have them automatically hop in the car by running them over. That would be a lot easier. We're gonna get this second guy. Probably change cars between this guy and the next one. Come on. There you go. Get the fuck out of my car. Get the fuck out.
Thanks. You're a lifesaver.
Jesus Christ. Out of the way, loser. Get in the car, loser. Hello? Switch cars again after this, too. This thing's about to become a steaming pile of slag.
Thanks for the lift.
Oh no, this is gonna change. You mean I like it when this is what peak open world design looks like? Oh. Before anyone joined this this chat, I was talking about how if this game was designed in the modern era, it would totally have fast travel. And there actually are benefits to this game not having fast travel. But you do get a sense of Haven City as a place because you have to traverse it and just memorize its layout and topography. Even though I'm rusty at it because it's been a while since I played this game, I do still memorize a lot of the.
Good, you did well. I'll tell the Shadow we're safe.
Thanks, loser.
The operation was a success. All underground members are safe. Come back to the hideout. I have a new mission for you while we wait for this to blow over.
Yeah, like also that, like the game is just big enough where you could consider putting a fast travel system in there, but the map is not so big that without it, it becomes a problem. And when you don't have fast travel, you start to actually like have favorite routes to locations, or like just go-to strategies for getting from A to B. And it makes you feel like an actual person in the city. You know, if I wasn't running over like 50 people on my way to work. $60. Like, this feels like a place. Even if it's a place where you are running into people over and over again all the time without penalty. You know, there's some things that could use work, but that's not one of them. Fast travel is not necessary for this game.
Scouts report movement in Deadtown. Creatures moving toward the sacred site, just as before.
What happened, before?
Metalheads broke through the old city wall. We fought them, but then the Baron pulled back, leaving everyone outside the new barrier to die. Only the Shadow stayed and somehow stopped the attack.
And now you expect us to go out there again?
You catch on fast. If you prevent the Metalheads from reaching the sacred site, the Shadow will be most grateful. He might even ask to see you. Hey, I'm probably wasting this, but here's a Vulcan barrel for that pea shooter of yours. Believe me, you're gonna need it.
Who could the Shadow be? There's only so many characters in our game. I think we're introduced to all of them. I think we know everybody. I think we've met everybody by now. Like Act 1 basically ends when you met all the characters. Even Onan and Pecker, we've met them already. Well, I don't know who the Shadow could be. That seems like, he seems very mysterious. Maybe like a ninja or some sort. Like he wouldn't be like an old, crusty man or something. Never. That would be silly.
Be advised, I'm on foot. Sweeping for suspects.
They probably could make a game about Pecker. You know, if they want anything to do with this franchise anymore, because like Jak and Daxter has been thoroughly killed as a franchise by the Lost Frontier. The Lost Frontier really sucked away all the air this franchise ever had. We are almost at that next Evil Boy power. Probably use Evil Boy at some point, since it is the thing that gave me my corruption fetish. Where did you bounce? There you bounce. Like JRBN talked about how this game gave him his like thing for horns in his character's designs, and you know, for me, it gave me corruption fetish. Oh, up is the direction. I see now. Okay. The Vulcan barrel is an interesting weapon because the machine gun is nice, But practically, almost every situation you want to use this weapon, you'd want to use the Vulcan barrel as much, if not more. Oh, fucker. We're at 200 now. Like, the machine gun's real practical purpose is stun-locking enemies. But in terms of range and damage, I think the blaster mod is better against most enemies. But yeah, you're right. The Vulcan Fury is great destroying vehicles too. That is actually a pretty practical use for the weapon. Oh, asshole. And we have no ammo left for the Vulcan Fury, because game didn't give us any drops. The shotgun definitely has its uses. I mean, you know, the Peacemaker is kind of like just your one-hit boss kill weapon. Fucking hell, asshole. Fuck you. And die. I do forget a lot that I can morb. That I can go Evil Boy. Man! I was praising the lock-on for Blaster Mod earlier, but I take it all back. The fucking lock-on for this gun sucks shit. I take it all back. Fuck those guys. Ugh. There wasn't seen a Jak II speedrun actually, but yeah, that would like I should probably refresh myself on the tech they use. Alright, we are going. To just skip that. Just gonna skip that entire frustrating enemy type. I'll really punish you for using the Vulcan Fury by depriving you of Vulcan Fury ammo from every point here on out. Oh, there are my Vulcan Fury shots. Right after I stopped needing them. What's over here? Doing better. Evil Boy is definitely handy. We're already in over a quarter. Quarter full. Okay, done with you. There we go. There we go. The fuck was that? Not you guys. That is the worst enemy type I have met so far.
Is that? No, it couldn't be. That's not.
It's Samos's hut.
But what? How? When? Where? Why?
We're in the future, Dax. This horrible place is our world.
Yes, we can afford the next Evil Boy power now. That we have enough skull gems. This is gonna be our next stop.
Let's go back to the city.
So, fun story about that little plot twist. We're gonna die. This is death. This is lethal. Oh. So... that's supposed to be, like, a big twist. Is, oh yeah, we're actually in the future. This is the future of the Jak and Daxter 1 timeline. The problem is that when talking about this game in press coverage, they straight up just say this is the future. I really don't want to have to go all the... Yeah, you know what? They're not going to shortcut me. I wonder...
Let's go back to the city.
There's gotta be a quick way back. There has to be. They wouldn't make me go through all of this shit. Okay, yes. That is... the camera is making no effort to tell me to go down there, so I didn't realize that was where I had to go.
I think we need to go back to the city, Jak.
Yeah, the camera makes no effort to tell you where you're supposed to go there. Alright. But yes, like they were like, "Oh, this is the future. Oh, it's so horrible. This is the bleak future of Jak and Daxter." But you told us this was the future when talking to game journalists. Journalists in quotes.
Let's go back to the city.
So, like, that's supposed to be a big, like, oh, a big reveal. Or for me, it's like, yeah, I knew that. You told me. was paying attention when you made those interviews, because I was really excited. It's like I was really interested in what they were doing with the next Jak and Daxter game.
Finally, now we get to see the shadow. What do you gotta do around this place to get noticed?
I guess you're right. There are a lot of people who straight up didn't read press coverage for this game. So like if you didn't, you probably like you didn't know, and that's fair. But I was, and I did. So like that rang very hollow for me, because I'd already been told about it.
The Metalheads have always feared you, Angry One. Even now, the Metalhead leader
Angry One
can destroy him and save the last chance for our race. You now have control of another dark power.
So whereas the other one's a bomb, this one's more like a dark tornado of death. All glory to the evil boy. That one is better against bosses, whereas Dark Bomb is good against crowds. I found. It depends if you're going up against a single big opponent, in which case I would probably go for Dark Blast. But if you're going for like against one opponent, probably Dark Bomb is what you actually want to use, or against a group of opponents. You want to use Dark Bomb. Like it really depends. But most of the time they're both just board wipes. So most time it won't really matter. But if you're going up against like a stronger enemy, you want to use Dark Blast as opposed to Dark Bomb. But really, Dark Jak doesn't get like super good until the third power you unlock. And the fourth power you will not get until post-game. There's just not enough skeletons in the game for that.
The Shadow's decided it's time to meet you.
Why is that place in the old ruins so important to you?
There's a powerful energy force at the old house. The Metalheads are drawn to it.
No kidding. We used to know the guy that lived there.
So, you're the new recruits who keep getting into trouble.
Oh, no, not you!
Welcome to our humble underground movement. I am known as the Shadow, but you may call me Samos. And you are?
Jeez, Jak, we went through all that to meet His Holiness, old log-in-the-head Grandpa Green?
Don't you know who we are?
Sorry, kid. Never seen you before. And I never forget a face, especially one that ugly.
So it begins.
How is this possible? We came through the rift with you. Into the future, right?
Yeah, you used to look older than dirt and uglier than a knotted stump. What gives? Did you get a little nip and...
Listen, boys, I don't know what kind of twigs you've been chewing on, but I don't have time for this. We've got a Baron to overthrow, a child heir to protect.
I love
an
this
invasion
scene.
of metalheads to stop, and a city to save. I'd say the schedule's pretty full. Besides, I haven't gone through any rifts. I hate teleporting.
Sure sounds like the old Samos.
Right now, I need you to go to Haven Forest and root out a few metalheads. That forest is my source of power, but I can't protect it much longer. Chase down and destroy all the metalhead scouts you find there. Good luck, and welcome to the fight.
To answer your question, Onyx, the third power you get is invincibility. The third power is that when you're in Dark Jak mode, you are invincible. And that's the one that really ups the power level of Dark Jak. Because you can hold on to Dark Jak, use it for a bit, and then when you're about to run out, do a Dark Blast. You can do huge damage, more or less completely safe. Because you were invincible during the entire transformation. And the fourth power you will never see until New Game Plus.
Patrolling sector. The Underground said you needed some help. You won't be able to catch those metalheads in the forest on foot, so I've left my jet board at the
Yay! We get the jetboard now.
Be advised, I'm on foot.
I'm gonna be using that a lot because the jetboard's really good.
Here's some pain. Sounds like playing in Sector 5.
Yes, thank you, Blear Blightly. Thank you for the jetboard. We already did a lot because I quite like the jetboard in this game. It is quite fun to travel with. Oh, I should pick up that ammo, but I kind of need to get moving. It is funny that you can farm the Crimson Guard for ammo in Dark Eco. Yeah, the fact that it's not as crashy is why I like it.